We all love stories. We're born for them. We dig deep to identify the unique and meaningful connection to real people. People who are genuinely passionate about what they do. Eager to learn, experience, and share their powerful and life-changing stories. Like there is nothing else that matters. Stories that unfold beyond fine doors.
Our story begins here, in Marylebone, which has been a fashionable area in London since the 17th century and the home to the fictional detective Sherlock Holmes and the popular waxworks at Madame Tussauds. Just a short step away from the tourist hordes, you still have the feel of a real neighborhood, which provides the rare relaxed surroundings of central London's last remaining village. The area is also a first-class eating destination, and you certainly have a wide choice of restaurants. One of them with a great reputation, praised repeatedly by Michael Winner, is Due Veneti, that brings a delightful meeting between cuisine and service. These are the subjects that I'm going to be discussing with the great restaurateur Simion Piovesan.
I come from, let us say, the north part of Venice, on a place called Asolo, so it's about 50 kilometers north on the hilly side, just before the Dolomites. So it's what they call the dry land, but it's not dry at all because it's full of wine. Okay, John, shall we have some wine?
Please.
I've chosen a typical wine from my area. This is an Incrocio Manzoni, very close to where I come from. Comes from San Polo di Piave, that is close to Asolo, no? I was telling you. So it's fantastic because you get all the dryness of the Riesling and the fattiness of the Pinot Blanc. You get the honor to taste the wine. There is a very big English connection to Asolo. First of all, because of the beauty of the place, the food is amazing, plenty of wine, so it's ideal for the English. And then you got Venice, only an hour's drive, and Venice is the place to go.
So Simon, what is the history behind the name of your restaurant?
Due Veneti, let's say, in Italian means the two from the Veneto region. So two, obviously one is me, and the other one was Stefan Frassoni, very good friend of mine that in 2006 came up with this idea. We always believed in our roots, that is the Venetian food, the Veneto traditions, to Veneti because we joined and we opened the restaurant together. We sat down, we decided on a menu together, we tried to bring all the dishes that we like most. So obviously we had to adjust our menu to what is requested. So we do still keep the most iconic dishes like bigoli. My part of the area, so Treviso, we have it with duck ragu. Venice instead, the traditional one is with anchovies and onions, so as we couldn't decide which one, we both have them both. We have fegato alla veneziana, with the polenta, so the famous calf's liver with onions, white wine. We have sardine saor, that is deep fried sardines with pine nuts and sultanas, marinated in vinegar. That is a must for the English because the English like pickled, so those are like pickled sardines. So tiramisu is another Venetian Treviso dish. There are lots and lots of different ones that we keep on changing, but those are always on the menu. A restaurant is based on service, but it's not only service to the customer, I mean taking the plate and be nice and tidy. A service is making happy the customer. So the customer comes and I don't know, he's got an upset stomach today and he fancies something very light. You do have something very light, even if it's not on the menu. We get customers coming and coming back because obviously our menu changes 4 to 5 times a year. We try and go seasonally. After 14 years, the dishes, 90% stay the same. What we try and change is what comes with the dish. So vegetables are more seasonal. Some things tend to go more in the winter than in the summer. So we tend to change that, but some of our customers that come here maybe 5 times a week, you know, they eat through the menu, and then sometimes they ask me, what shall I have today? And today I come up with something new. I know that I got cherry tomatoes, I got nice sea bass, I got a nice something. And so we come up with things a bit more spontaneously that is very much appreciated. And obviously, good food comes with good wine. We have an amazing, for my taste, wine list. We have at about, depends on the periods, but between 200 to 250 different types of wines. We said we do only Veneto wines, Venetian restaurant Veneto wines. That are fantastic. There is a very good choice, very good quality, very good producers, but Italy is unique for the choice of grape varieties. Okay, big list on the Venetian. You have to have Tuscany because Tuscany is the master of wines, especially around the world. Barolo cannot be missed, Barbaresco, so all the Nebbiolos, all the wines that come from that kind of grape variety. So Prosecco, that everybody well knows at the moment, is something that I was really into from the beginning, because Prosecco was a bit the Coca-Cola of Veneto. Famous and very much appreciated are the Verona wines. For Corvina, Rondinella, Molinara, they get blended together, they make a wine called Valpolicella. From Valpolicella then you get Ripasso, you get Amarone, that for sure is the most iconic wine that we got in Veneto. Friuli for me is a master, very complex, very full. And put them all together, we have a wine list that starts, let us say, from east to west of northern Italy and gets down to middle center Italy. A strength for sure of our restaurant is the front of house and the type of service I like to give to my customers. Look is essence, cleanliness, everything is about timing, precision, if you want to do it right. The linen, the cutlery, the polishing. You come to Veneti on a Monday, the same exact setting, the same type of tablecloth, the same position, the same glass, the same cleanliness has to be there on a Friday. I'm a front of house man. I work with my boys and girls. My wife gives me a hand. Now we become parents of a lovely girl, so she is more at home, but she does all the aspects of the job that I don't like. My staff has been with me for years and years and years. Obviously someone goes, changes lives and things, but we got staff that has been here for 5, 10 people that have been here as long as me. Everybody is a friend, and if he's not a friend, he shouldn't be working in here. And we got a lovely team, same in the kitchen. The chef is a nice person, he's very willing to cater for any type of need. And then obviously there is, the charisma of the waiter, the charisma of the manager, but the first thing is cleanliness of the table, what you're doing, the cutlery, and your uniform. So it's all small things that make the restaurant perfect. Lifestyle is very rushed in London, but our idea is when you go to a restaurant, you should switch off, relax. And so we have this formula that is the more you eat, the less you pay. This has been done because obviously every customer is welcome, but ideally, we like to do it the Italian way. You sit down, you have a starter, then you have a pasta, then you have a main course, and then you have a dessert. This is the idea of even our pricing. So if you divide it by courses, the more courses you have, the cheaper they become.
So for how many years have you been open?
2006 we started, on the 3rd of August, so we're going very close to 14 years.
And what is the secret?
The secret is lots of patience and lots of hard work. The secret is passion for food, passion for wine, otherwise you're in the wrong business. If you don't believe in this type of business, in what you're selling, it's useless to even start, because it's the type of work that really drains you out. You spend lots of hours, lots of problems, financial. We started 2 young boys, we were young. We started, scraping money from the walls, trying to set up a restaurant, and it was very tough, but it's proven right. The main difference to Veneti compared to my competition, this is family run. Lots of these fantastic restaurants you find in London are perfect. They give you a perfect meal, a perfect service, they give you everything perfect, but there is no heart. It's not nice to compare, but another, I find, big problem of non-family run restaurants is that the management or the chefs have to stick to some rules. That here, our rule is make the customer happy. It is a small family run and family based even type of customers, especially at lunchtime. I know name and surname of 90% of my customers, compared to the problems that we have with celebrities, because we've had a few cases of, I tend to read quite a lot of newspapers, but I don't look enough for celebrities. So I know who is who, but it's happened in this restaurant that we've had the Duke of Kent, and a customer turned around and said, "But do you realize who this gentleman is?" And I said, "Not really." He told me, and I couldn't believe it, because obviously I know who he is, but I would have never thought he was here. And he couldn't have been nicer. He was just sitting there as a normal customer, and we did treat him as a normal customer. So we can really say that our customers are treated as Dukes, all of them. So I think the Duke was happy about being here, and all our customers are. And this makes the trick to run a successful restaurant.
So, cheers to that.
And cheers to you. Thank you for
Cheers
coming
to
to
you.
see me.
Thank you.
We just witnessed a real story with a heartfelt journey, a true example of what people mean when they say, perfection is hidden in the small details. Details exquisitely polished by patience, hard work, and most importantly, passion. More powerful and life-changing stories await to be unveiled beyond fine doors.